Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glass Man here. You're watching the Glass Man's World, and I've got some cool, affordable products, gadgets, tools that I recently received. Most of them I got for Christmas recently. One of them I actually got, I think, last Christmas or sometime in between then and now, and then I got some other gifts and things that were basically gifted to me, and so I'd like to show you some of these things because it's going to help out with the Glass Man's World here, and anytime that I'm streaming on any of my other platforms like YouTube or on well, we're on YouTube here, on Facebook, on Insta, on Twitter, anywhere else that we're posting. When we get the Patreon going, when we have all of our stuff up for Odyssey and BitChute and DStream and all these other different places. So, with that being said, I want to just show you a couple real simple things that I recently received. So, one of the very first things that I'd like to show you, it's pretty cool, and we got this sometime last year, or maybe even like the Christmas before last in 2022. And this year we won at our friend's restaurant. He was hosting an event. I believe, I'm trying to remember now. It might have been a Halloween event, if I'm not mistaken. So this was actually for Halloween, about year or so ago, 2 Halloweens ago. So our friend Manny, he passed away last year, and I never opened these. I completely forgot about them and everything. But we won them, me and my wife Serena, and we had won these, and so I wanted to show these off. So check this out. This is one of the new cool gadgets that I'm going to be utilizing for my streaming and things like that. So it's a flexible light strip. It's an LED light strip. Has multicolor, and yeah, it's really cool. So it comes in this cool little wrapped up little strip here, and that way you can like pull out how much you need or how little you need, and then it hooks up with the USB. So I already pulled mine out here, and so I was gonna hook it up. It has a strip on the back, so it's got like a little sticky strip on the back here. So you can just pull that off, and then it'll stick to whatever surface that you'd like to stick it to. And then at the end here is a USB plug. So let me plug this in real quick, and we'll see if we can get this to work. Let me see if I can find a good plug that will work for this. All right, cool. Check that out. So now we can just get me all set up with the LED lights. We can have me all wrapped up, and I'll be like a Christmas tree. Just kidding. So we're gonna actually here. We'll just set these um, generically behind us here, and we'll light up the whole background. And bam, there we go. Now we got ourselves officially lit up, and and cool. So a lot of streamers these days are using lights and different neon colors and all kinds of different lighting effects in their videos. So I figure, well, we might as well uh, check out what that does, see if that actually brings up the viewership and things like that, having better quality lighting or whatever it is. So we'll figure out how to set this up in a way like, you're gonna allow me to twist it up and lay it flat. There we go. Cool. So now we got our LED strip all set up. Guys, check that out. So that's pretty cool. And then it's got this whole entire setup here where, as you can see, it changes colors. It has all kinds of different settings. Um, you know, I can have it flash if I want it to. We can make it flash. We can do have different fades coming in different colors. So we can have, if we just want to go with you know, this is the only color that we want. Uh-oh, what did I do? Press the wrong button here. So I got to play with it still. But I think that I can get it to just stay in, in certain colors. You know, if we want to just stay in blue, I think we can keep it in blue. That's interesting. All right, well, we'll just keep it at a different color changer. So now let's move on, and let me show you another thing that I recently received. So this here is a new, very simple. This was something really cool that I had found at Walgreens. So the next couple items here, and this one too, or no, no. So the next two items here that I'm going to show you, and I thought there was another one, but maybe not. Is this here? This is a $5 tripod phone stand, which is pretty awesome to have. And what I like about it, I've already taken it out of the box here, and I've actually been using this a lot lately. What I like about it is it has, it's got these little bendable things, so you can actually just grab a hold of something, right? Like, let me see if I can grab a hold of this here. So you can like just grab a hold of that, right? And you can have it on a hanger. So another thing that I haven't shown you guys yet is that we actually have a microphone set up. So I got a mic stand kicked down to me, and this is an old mic that I have. And I have a other couple mics that I haven't even really utilized yet. I got this mic, and I recently was gifted this one for helping out our friend Blue, and I got a Blue microphone. So we're going to see if this even works. I haven't plugged it in to even see if it works, but that was something that I received yesterday from helping out a friend with the whole what do you call it, with everything that's in the home, and just getting it all packed up and ready to be removed from the home so the home can be sold, and getting everything all set up and ready. So now we've got this really cool stand here, right? And this stand, what I love about it, you know, is it can wrap around all kinds of things. Like I can even wrap it around myself, right? You could probably just walk around like that. Like here's my little hand cam. Probably not. It'll probably be way too wiggly. But it's excellent for holding. So, you know, I can do steady cam work, right? And let me see if I can find, because we're using my phone. Let me see if, here's another phone here that I can utilize. And then what you simply do is you take it here, right? There's a nice little clip here. You take it here, you lift up right there, boom, nice and simple. And this one it springs up real quick and easy compared to the one that my phone's on right now. So I don't know if that is actually the best thing or not. And dang, where's that Norwex Enviro? Or not the Enviro, but the OptiCloth. This thing is dirty. This is the little cell phone that our son uses. But this is an OptiCloth here, and it's meant to clean up these screens here, and it might need a little bit of water. Let's see if I can just do it with my breath here. Let's see if the moisture will be enough to clean and clear it. Look at that, is dirty. but the Norwex OptiCloth always comes in handy. You know, I'm always using it in the studio. Yeah, look at that. It's scratched up, but you can see how clean that is. Look at that mirror. It have some real crazy effect there for you. But in camera zoom. All right, so this stand, as you can see, it works really well. You know, it's got a, I don't know, some sort of a little adjuster here. What does this do? Let's see what this little, it's got a little thing right here. Let's see what this does. Okay, that's for the whole swivel, moving it around, you know. Okay, so that's it. It's really basic, but what I love about it is, you know, you can hook this up to all kinds of things. Like I can probably hook it up to our light right here, and then we'd have a phone. So what I'm thinking is I can get these sort of like the mic stands that I have, the boom stands, and I can then utilize this, wrap it, and we can get a shot now where I'll be able to have a camera directly like right behind me here and filming when I'm blowing glass, so that way you can actually see what I'm seeing. And maybe we can even get a lens on there, a filter, to where then you can actually see through the flame and actually see what I'm seeing. And that might be a really cool shot, a different angle with the studio. But then you won't get all the cool stuff that's in the background behind me too. So, and then very soon, hopefully we'll be able to start streaming using multiple cameras, multiple views and things like that. So this is a really cool $5 thing from Walmart, which I don't know if they're even available anymore. This could be, it's a Modern Expressions tripod phone stand. Fits nearly all smartphones. Durable plastic and metal construction. What I like about it is it's super lightweight, and then also you can turn it into a tripod. You know, so if you need to have it stand up in any spot, you know, you just turn it into a tripod. You can stand it up like that. You know, and like I said, you could grip onto things. You know, that's the cool thing, is you can then wrap this around something and grab a hold of you know, whatever it is that you're wrapping it around. So I haven't tried to wrap this around anything yet. So we'll see how well these grips are eventually. But I do love the lightweight of this, so it doesn't add more weight to the phone. So when you're carrying something around, you know, for an hour, 2 hour, 5 hours, whatever, and you're filming, going live, you know, trying to get the whole entire marble race, and then the signal is completely horrible in the building, you find out you've been doing all that for nothing. Well, at least my arm's not sore from carrying something way too heavy. And then I can always just set it down, boom, just set up the tripod, and then have it just like set up, you know. Oh, well, it's not really on a flat thing, so I can't really show you how well the tripod works, but better. Okay, moving on. So this was a really awesome find at Walgreens. Ended up picking up a whole bunch for everyone. So we all got, I believe everyone who has phones in the home now has them. And now, here, I'll put all the cool things that we're showcasing today behind me, I guess. We got this, and we got this. Here, we'll put that right there. So now, moving on to the next thing. This thing is really, really cool. So this here is from the same thing, Modern Expressions, right? And it's a selfie light. And it's a round little selfie light. So what I love about this is, and I know I have one already taken out, I believe, somewhere, but, or maybe this is, yeah, this one's actually, I've already opened this one. Okay. Because this one has the batteries. Okay, cool. Already put batteries in here, so that way I can carry it in the case, make sure that it doesn't accidentally turn on by itself, because I see that on the side right here, it's got the on-off button. I don't know if you can see that on-off button right there. And so with that being right there, you know, and sticking up, I figured if I kept it in my bag, not in the box, not taking out the batteries, that you know, it could easily just accidentally turn on. So the cool thing about this is it's got different settings: high, medium, and or low, medium, high, right? So I love that. It's got different settings, and real simple, just two AAA batteries, right, which you find at the dollar store. And this is a clip. Check that out. So this clip is basically like, I can put this right here over the camera. So you see that? I slid it right over the camera right there. Slid it over, and then there's that little slit right in between there. So the camera fits right in between where that hole is. You put this right there, and then you got your light. And then let's try it out on the phone cam here. Let's see, where is the on off? There it is. Boom. So now let's see the difference. Without lighting, with the low, with the medium, and with the high. And then also, what I've also found out is you don't need to put it right there where the camera is. You can put it on the opposite side, so you're not looking directly into that light. And yet the light will still work, so you don't have to look right at that light, and you don't have to get blinded. So that's one thing that I realized and I found out is you can have this light, clip it onto anything, or you know, if you just need to have a light source, whatever, you know, it's a good light source. You can hold it like that, and yeah, it's something that I found and I was like, wow, that works pretty good. It's pretty good lighting, you know, for how small it is. You know, it's nice and compact, fits in my hand, real nice. You can keep it in there, you know, or take the batteries out. But I figured if I'm going to take the batteries out, I don't want to lose the batteries or have them get dirty. So then I keep it all in here. But we'll utilize this for a minute while we're filming. We'll have all this new cool devices and things. Man, oh, also, let's make sure we have the live chat here so all the messages can be seen. And I'll put this away later. All right, so the next cool thing, and let me show you, actually, real quick before we go, let me show you what I was saying. So on this side right here is the camera, right? This side camera, this side's the camera. And you hook this up, boom, like that. The camera is still exposed right there, and the camera is still exposed right there. So that's pretty cool. But what I was saying is just put it here so you're not looking directly into the light, and it's still going to work. It's still going to light up your face really well. This thing is really cool. I'm going to put it on my camera right there. Now we got front lighting for us here. Okay, so that's a really awesome, another find that we got, a $5 find. And the cool thing was after Christmas, these were 60% off, so they were basically $2 each. So I grabbed a few of these. I was like, whoa, wait. I could get 2 for $5, or 2 for $4, actually. So I got 3. I got 3 for $6. Okay. And there's that. We can show that off a little bit. And then moving on to the next thing here. So this is another new setup. Hey, you want to check out that little guy? He's like, yeah. He makes all kinds of noise though. You don't want to accidentally turn him on. So, but all right. So moving on to the next really cool small find, a very affordable, like extremely inexpensive, affordable streaming tool. This thing is awesome. It's a little bit better than the last one that I showed you. Actually, it's a lot better than the last one I showed you. So I found that $5 selfie light, which we found for $2, right? Later on, they had them on sale for $2. and you can probably find them, you know, online for like $1 or something, I'm sure, right? And so the next find, this one now comes from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you guys have dollar stores where you're at, but here in Albuquerque we got a place called the Dollar Tree, and used to be where everything was $1. Now everything's $1.25. So instead of getting 5 items for $5, you now get 4 items for $5. So in some of their sections now they have a um, instead of the dollar section, it's the $5 bonus buy or bargain section or whatever it is. I don't know, but they've got items where you can get things for $5, right? And so this comes from the $5 item, and I wish that I had another item here. It was a really cool charging device that lights up. It has an LED light strip, and when you plug it in, it it just lights up, and it can show that you have power charging to your phone. And so I got that for my daughter. Since she has a phone nowadays, I figure she can have something really cool. And that was a $5 find at the Dollar Tree as well. But this, I couldn't believe I found this in the $5 finds over at the Dollar Tree. Check it out. Look at that, guys. I found this Hype 6-inch LED ring light with a tripod stand. Like, I found this little light for $5, but this comes with a tripod stand, and it's 6-inch compared to this little, what, 3-inch? So Dollar Tree, I don't know how long this is gonna last. I don't know how well that all the soldering was done in LEDs and stuff, but this thing works really cool, guys. And so I've already opened it. I've checked it out, but let me show you how it works. So you open it up. There's the tripod, right? I took it back apart so you can see how to piece it all together. This is the swivel and everything that goes into the tripod and hooks up with all the other parts. This is your neck to hold your phone. That hooks up with the phone clip here. So basically we need to hook up the phone clip. So you take this off, you put this in like that, put that in, then push that ball in, then tighten this, and that'll give you a nice snug fit there. And then I always like to have this on top so I can pull this upward and then grab my phone. So we'll have it set up like that. And then this here hooks up to the swivel, right? So then you hook that up to that, right? And then this hooks up to the light, which I didn't pull out yet, sorry. So then you have the light also. And those are all the parts there. So you get the phone clip with the neck, the swivel, the tripod, the light here. So you get your 6-inch light, which is really nice. I mean, it's just plastic, you know. If I drop this, it'll break. It's not anything heavy duty. I don't know how long this can stay on before it gets too hot. That's another thing. Do any of these heat up from the LEDs? LEDs don't really put off too much heat, but there is power running through the wires. And like I said, being that these are super cheap, inexpensive, and they're probably cheaply made in China, that they probably didn't solder things well, and they probably used the smallest gauge wire imaginable, so you didn't have to so you don't have to you know, you got to be careful with some things. Especially electronics, you know, some things can fry out, burn out, or whatever. So now let's hook up this. So we got the light out. This has the tripod. We're going to just screw that right into the bottom. See, and then you got your tripod right there. And then this goes right on top. There. And then how it works is simply the same way, where you just, I always push down, right, and then pull up on that piece, and then there you go. And now let's see if we can plug this in to show you how it works. And then, so when you're streaming, you know, you'll have this like facing you like that, right? So be like, hey guys, what's going on? But if you need lighting or whatever, then you know you got your power source here. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and bam. Then it's got different settings. So then you got a settings button. Oops, I accidentally pulled up on it too high, and the rest of the plugs unplug this out. So let me plug that back in. Let me see if I can do this right for you here. So you got your stand. I'm gonna try to lift it up with my foot somehow. Or I don't know. Somehow we're gonna get this to work. Okay, so we'll turn it back on, right? Boom. So that's pretty good lighting right there, right? And then you got different settings right here on this middle button. So you got like a warmer, cooler setting. And then you got that one. That one's pretty nice. And then that one's super bright. I kind of like that one. That one's nice. I like that. It's kind of cool. And then you have either up or down. So if you want to make it less intense or more intense, you know. So you can do that. Oops. And then also, by keeping it low, you're going to be doing power saving as well. You won't be running all that power through. And so, yeah, this is a really nice $5 tripod stand from the Dollar Tree. And look, it's pretty big, you know. It stands up nice. So you can put it on your table, you know, right in front of you somehow. Here, let's see if I can just stand that up somehow in a way. It's not going to stand. So let's just pretend. Okay, and then it's just set up like that, and you can be like, hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glassman here, and you're watching The Glassman's World, and I just want to share with you guys some cool, amazing, inexpensive streaming tools and gadgets and stuff that I recently got for Christmas. All right, so, you know, something like that, completely unrehearsed, and that's how I do it. So, yeah, this is a really awesome find as well. Okay, and then, oh yeah, and then you got this, so you can tighten this up. Make sure this is completely tightened. Everything's tightened. All right, cool. So this is the last little inexpensive finds for streaming. Um, except for then, I was also recently gifted um, the blue microphone. So this is the blue ball mic, and so you hook it up to the stand here, so it stands up on a stand, which, you know, I probably have a desktop stand, and then it's got the XLR plug-in right there, so you just plug it into an amp or your whatever you're going to use, your speaker, and then you know, hopefully it'll be able to pick me up really good. And what I'm hoping is that this is a unidirectional. I'm hoping this is a unidirectional because it's not picking up all around, right? It's not omnidirectional. So it's like one way, unidirectional. So I'm thinking that by having this on my desk, that it's going to pick up my voice and not pick up the torch and not pick up the fan, because that fan just drones constantly, right? And it's got such a high pitch, and it's so loud and obnoxious. And I'm wondering if I have a bigger fan, if it'll be a lower tone and it might be less obnoxious. So we got a new blue ball mic that we're gonna have to test this out. I don't know what these are worth. This was gifted to me. This is a mic that I picked up long ago, and I don't remember if I got this for like $30 or $50 or whatever. I think this also came with the stand, the desktop stand, or maybe the desktop stand is something that I got on its own. But this is the desktop stand right here, and so that's a nice little addition for everything that we'll be doing. And this is for a regular mic, so I'll need to get one of those clips, or this will probably work for the ball, so we can hook up the ball to the stand here, Yeah, just like that. Look at that. Now I wonder, is there a way? I see this swivels quite a bit. But I guess if it's, yeah, I guess once it's standing up, it's not going to move around. So, okay. No, that's cool. I see. But yeah, so we'll have this set up. So we'll have a new microphone that we can use, right? Like, hello everyone, and what's going on? Welcome to the Glassman's World. I'm your host, Dan the Glassman, and today we'll be talking about current events, sports, and fashion. Just kidding. So that's some really cool things that's going to help with the whole streaming and everything. This mic as well. We'll see which mic is got a better pickup. And then I also am going to have to figure out how we're going to hook up the quarter inch or the XLRs to our streaming device. So that's the other thing that we're going to have to do as well. Now, moving on to the very last piece of equipment that I want to share with you, which is well, actually, there's a couple pieces of equipment here. So first off, I got a new wireless mouse, right? Which is really cool because it turns on and off on the bottom. I have another wireless mouse, which it just stays on as soon as you like start to use it. But I guess it has an automatic shut off, which is cool. And then we got ourselves a USB gaming pad here. So we got this nice gaming pad here, which it's a Logitech dual action. It's got all the XY controllers and the C pad and the joysticks and everything, the toggles, and so we may be able to start doing some streaming with some gaming and stuff. And if I'm going to do any sort of gaming, guys, it's going to be like old school games. Like, you want to watch me play some Pac-Man, some Centipede, some Tetris, some things like that. Like, maybe even some Mario Kart, and do some races. All right, so these are a couple things, a couple devices here that I recently got because they come with this amazing piece right here. So this is the latest. Dude, I got a Dell. We got this. Somehow manifested. Our son, he wrote to Santa. He said, "Hey Santa, I've been a good boy and I'd like to get this and that and this and that, right? He's all, and for my sister, I want her to have some Harry Potter stuff. And for my mom, I want her to have a new robe. And for my dad, I want you to bring him a new computer." And I was like, all right, Santa, please make it happen. Please make it happen. And somehow, lo and behold, the day before Christmas, I got a letter back from Santa confirming that he got our son's letter and that he was going to do his best to deliver. And he did. So check this out, guys. We got ourselves a new Dell. This is a touchscreen, which found locally online through Craigslist, and fortunately had no issues. You got to be extremely cautious and careful when dealing with individuals on Craigslist. It is not the safest, and you can get ripped off, you could get scammed, you could get jumped, jacked, all kinds of things can go wrong. So you got to be real careful, and you got to try to be like, I don't know, like the way I vet people is just texting them, message them through. If they're not messaging back and they're not cool and they don't got the time of day to like talk to me about certain things when I have questions about this and that and stuff about the system, if they don't really know the system, then I'm like, they're probably going to sell me something that's broken or it's jacked or stolen or whatever it is, right? But I found out this individual, he buys bulk items that he then knows how to refurbish and fix, and he puts in all kinds of RAM. Make sure it has at least 8 gigs of RAM, I believe, and I forget where we're at, 640, I believe, on the gig, and and so yeah, we got this new machine, guys. And so this is a touchscreen machine, which I haven't even like told anyone. I was like, no, we don't want a bunch of features. Like we have a mouse, right? We got a wireless mouse, and maybe eventually we'll get a wireless keyboard for it, And so with this system here, this actually comes with 6,000 retro games, like all these crazy games from the arcade. It's got all these like downloads in here, and that was the one reason why I was like interested in it. I was like, a gaming computer, if it can handle games, it's going to be able to handle my streaming. It's going to be able to handle maybe an OS system where I can have an onboard and OBS system, um, where I can do we can switch from this camera to this camera to that camera, overhead camera. We can have different views, and I can control it with this system here, because this will now have the processing speed and everything that I need. It's going to be a lot better and faster than what any of the other machines that we have. So now we got this system here, and yeah, we're going to be able to go in here. Now, the beauty of it, I didn't know this. I knew that it came with the 6,000 games, right? But what I didn't know was that it also has on the right here on the dashboard, I've got open shot video editor, guys. Oops, and I gotta be careful. I forgot it's touchscreen. So we got open shot video editor, and now I've got a YouTube downloader there, so I can actually take my videos from YouTube and I can put them into the video editor. And this year, I'm hoping to finally come out with some of my very first music videos ever. So the Glassman will be coming out with some music videos. And then we've got the media player, of course. We've got this MAME arcade shortcut to the 6,000 games, Tetris, Pac-Man, Centipede, all kinds of Street Fighter. Every version of Street Fighter that was ever made in Japan and wherever that they came out. Isn't Nintendo from Japan? And so and then we got Sonic Robo Blast, and there's all kinds of other different things. So, and then also Unreal, which I need to figure out what Unreal is, but there's an Unreal Tour shortcut. And but I got OpenShot Video Editor, guys, which I don't know anything about Video Editor or OpenShot. I've played on what is the Adobe? I've played on that one, and then of course the Windows editor, and so now we have a new system, guys, for streaming, and this is going to be really awesome. And so I'm hoping that with this system, I'm going to be able to learn how to set up the cameras, right? And also to be able to then do in-screen videos, because recently I've been doing these videos, and I don't know if you guys have been following the whole Miami mall incident and whatever's going on over there. And then there's all kinds of stuff going on with Maui, Lahaina Maui, and there's all kinds of things going on and stuff that I've been covering. But how I've been covering it is straight up analog. I simply take my camera here, we just flop it over, go into the screen right there, zoom in, we just do a zoom in, and then we just take video straight off the screen, and it's not the best quality, it's completely blurry. As you can see, I probably need to clean my screen now that I'm looking at it on that side. And so, yeah, so, you know, we're going to be able to do a lot better streaming now, editing videos, doing cooking videos, doing music videos, doing my live glass blowing videos and streaming. Also, just anytime that I have any sort of new stuff coming up where I want to stream live on YouTube, like now, I can now do an in screen or a screen share, which before my computers weren't strong enough to handle the screen share. So I do believe that with this one, I'll be able to figure it out. So give me some time, and then I'm going to try to do my very first video on the new machine here, and we'll probably just use the built-in camera, I guess, to see how it works, so I can be here, and then we'll do some screen sharing, and I want to share with you guys a couple new videos, testimonies, and footage on what's going on over there in Miami. And with that being said, I believe that we've come across everything. Everything. No, we haven't. One more thing, guys. So this also was recently gifted to me. This here is this is meant for a different sort of musician, and I'm gonna probably utilize it in a way that it'll just be for streaming, and for utilizing it to hold different devices and things like that. So with that being said, let me show you what I got. This is called a Stanton Uber stand. And the Stanton Uber stand, these things are worth like, I don't know, 70 or 80 bucks, something like that. And they are a high quality aluminum build, I believe. Nice and sturdy and strong, heavy duty. And what this does is it transforms, boom, just like that. And then you got yourself a beautiful stand, where then what this is for is actually for DJs. So they put their laptops up top right here, and then they have their oh gosh, the MIDI, which is for, getting all their sounds, their soundboard, basically right here. And they might have a beat machine or things like that. And then you can also lower this stand right here, so you can take this stand out, which is really, really cool. And it's so built so well that it takes a little bit. And then you can set this in right here or any other different level. And it's got all these holes right here, so you can put your cables through it. So you can run all your cables and all your stuff right through there. You can have put your phone right here, or different iPad or something like that. Have your computer on top. Have your MIDI or your soundboard down here. And the way that I'm probably going to utilize it is, being that I'm going to be running two different machines in the back, we'll probably have the laptop here with another machine down on the bottom. And I don't know if we're even going to need this or not, so I'm probably just going to use this up top to keep the top stand nice and sturdy. So this is a really, really nice Stanton Uber stand. It's a beautiful gift that I was gifted, after losing our friend, and being over there helping with going through things and organizing and figuring out what's going to be donated, what's going to be sold, what the family is wanting to keep and take back with them to their home, so they can go through, oh my gosh, you don't understand when you have to clear an estate. And that's what I was trying to think of, the word earlier, when you're helping with an estate and you're having to help clear an estate, get everything all ready for it to go up for sale, have the property up for sale and everything. It's a lot of work on just removing not only the stuff, but the energy as well. And being able to transmute that energy in a positive way, to where then you're not just leaving like this kind of like a black hole in that space, of where so many different energies and life forces and just energy fields have come through and have gathered and connected there. And so, I'm really grateful to receive these gifts, and I'll cherish these. The microphone. I got a couple mic stands, and a drum, a beautiful drum as well. Which maybe we'll do some drumming now, live drumming. I've never really done that. So with that being said, we got ourselves some really awesome new equipment for streaming and going live, and doing some new cool videos, and hopefully getting some really awesome videos edited as well. But thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me here, checking out all these new fun devices and all this equipment and everything that I recently received, and will be utilizing for this year, 2024. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching. I'm out. This is Dan the Glass Man. You're watching The Glass Man's World.